Good morning or good afternoon, coaches. This is Coach Anthony Williams, President and CEO of Connected Athletics. It is a new startup company based here in Austin, Texas, where we are focused on connecting athletes with other athletes across the country to build a network, connecting athletes with college coaches as they go through recruiting, and connect athletes with brand development as they transition from high school to college and then on either to a pro game or on to a career based on their major. We have a very special class of 21 prospect with us today. I've been watching this young man since he was in middle school. Seth Ford is a class of 21 quarterback from Round Rock High School who brings great size, great academics, and great leadership to his game. Seth, how you doing this morning?
I'm doing good, man. Thank you for having me today.
No, thank you for your time. So obviously right now we're in a very interesting COVID-19 environment. Tell me what you're doing right now to kind of stay in shape.
So pretty much, every morning around 8 a.m., I'm up going to my friend's garage because he built a whole weight room set in there. So every morning we're up there lifting weights, and then after I go for a run around my neighborhood. That's pretty much it every day.
What about throwing? Are you getting together with one of you guys and throwing a lot? Also with social distancing?
Yes, sir. So right now every Sunday I get together with a new receiver, depending on who it is, and we get together for like an hour or two and go through the route tree, get some routes in with them.
As a quarterback, it's important for you to also have not just great communication with your skill position, but with your linemen. Have you had any contact or any regular meetings with your linemen?
Yeah, so I have one lineman who works out with us every day, but also, we have a whole group chat with them. So we've been talking every day, see how they're doing, and just telling us what we've been doing to stay safe and that we get to hang out with them after all this is done with.
Okay. Seth, we're about to show your highlight video from your junior season, but before we do, kind of tell the coaches what they're getting in a quarterback like you.
Me, like you said, pretty good size, and I got the arm strength to get the ball to the playmakers, and I know where the playmakers are. And if needed, I can run the ball for a first down or maybe even a touchdown.
Okay. Well, I'm going to bring up your video. You kind of be Tony Romo and do some play-by-play, and we'll watch it here for a minute or two, okay?
Yes, sir.
All right, I'm going to share it here. Can you see the screen?
Yes, sir, I can.
All right, let me go ahead and hit play. You just walk us through it. Nice looking stats there.
Sir. Okay, so pretty much, I think this is 2-point conversion, first game of the season. I got Colin Sullivan on my right, big, tall guy, athletic. Any chance I get to throw the ball up to him, I'm taking that 100% of the time. So it was nice to have him. Here, this was 3rd and 8, QB run all the way. Just got a great offensive lineman blocking for me, able to score a touchdown. This right here, like I said, Colin Sullivan out there, he ran right by the safety. I threw him a nice, accurate ball, and he's able to go score a touchdown. That was one of our best plays of the season right there. Here, also first game of the season, little read option play. As you see, the defender blitzes, so I keep the ball run right up the middle. Got a pretty good gain out of that, so I was pretty fired up about that one.
Seth, you have deceptive speed. You're faster than you look.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Right there, little dig route to Colin Sullivan over the middle. This right here, I would consider my best throw of the season. I guess Colin Sullivan again running a little post route. As soon as I let that thing go, I knew it was right on the money. So that was probably my best throw of the season by far. Here, once again, red zone. I'm rolling out, looking across the middle. Find Colin right open over the middle. A little bit low of a pass, but it was okay. He still caught it. Right here, another QB read option, using my speed to get right up the middle, score a touchdown. Also another QB option play here, just reading the defensive end. He goes up the field, I'm running right up the middle. Unfortunately, got a flag called on it, but got the touchdown. This one was a read play, so I'm reading my 2 outside guys, and they're both covered. I see the middle of the field wide open, so I keep that and go for a 50-yard run against a great Cedar Ridge defense. Here, this is supposed to be a vertical shot play, but it was too high coverage, so I was able to check it down to Colin Sullivan, who was running a little bit of a post curl. So that was good. Now, this play was a great play for us. This was like our go-to play right here. Colin Sullivan on a little like a little slant fade route, easy money every time. This one was supposed to be a rollout play, and they're looking for something to get down the field. But no, one of my linemen slipped, so I was able to get back across the field, make a play happen, almost get the first down. So my athleticism right there. Here, another read option play. Our offense is heavy on those. I said I keep it, get upfield vertically, got some great blocking, able to make two guys miss, score a touchdown against a great Vandergrift team. Here, with the first play we saw, Colin Sullivan one-on-one in the red zone, I'm taking that 100% of the time. You see, easy touchdown.
So Seth, there's a lot of comments I want to have here, but let me ask you, you're a big guy. You've got a strong arm, like you mentioned. You're good in the running game. Who do you pattern your game off of? You could say you're big like Tim Tebow, but I can tell you right now, you throw the ball much better than Tim. Talk to us about your physicality as a quarterback.
So my physicality is really something that I've been wanting to work on, especially my sophomore year coming in. I was a backup. Didn't really, wasn't able to expecting a lot out of me. But this year, I had to really work on myself in the weight room, and I worked out this past season with my center, Beck Kipperman. So he's been getting me a lot stronger. And I've been telling my coaches, they trust me. Get up the ball, and if I need to get a touchdown, get a touchdown. If I need to barrel my way over for a first down and win the game, I can do it. So that's the main thing I've been working on, is to show coaches that I can make big plays happen with my feet and also be physical at the same time.
Would you classify yourself as a dual threat quarterback or a drop back quarterback or a pocket quarterback?
I would say dual threat, because almost 500 yards rushing. I got pretty decent speed. I can make plays happen, like I said. I am a pretty big guy, but I like to run the ball a little bit too. So I would definitely consider myself a dual threat.
Okay. Hey, you're cutting yourself off a little bit. Slide over to your left a little bit so we can see your face there. There you go. Hey, let's change gears a little bit. Talk to me about the importance of academics. You've got a great 3.2 GPA and 11.10 on the SAT. Talk to us a little bit of how you attack your academics.
Oh, so that's all from my parents, young age. When they saw that I was, had a talent to play football, they always told me and preached to me that, if you don't pass, you're not going to be able to play football. So that's the thing I've been working on. Student athlete, student comes first. You got to make the good grades to play. So academics are a big part of who I am, and I just try to improve myself, not only on the field, but in the classroom mainly, which is the most important thing.
Are you happy with your SAT score, or are you planning on taking it again to see if you can get it up a little bit more north?
I am planning on taking it again. I was going to take it over the summer, but that got canceled. So my new date is in September. So I'm looking forward to improving my score on that.
Okay. Good to hear. Talk to us about what you consider going into your senior year. What are your strengths as a quarterback, and what are things you're trying to work on to refine your game for the season?
So my strengths, like I said, I got a pretty decent arm. I can get the ball to the playmakers. I know where they are in the field. And my ability to make plays happen with my feet, also my physicality. But my weakness, main thing I'm working on this year and this summer, is my footwork, because that's something a lot of coaches have personally told me from my film. I've been taking that advantage. I've been working with my QB coach and my receivers. So my main thing is just get my footwork ready. You got to make a lot of off-balance throws at the next level.
Let's talk a little bit about your mental preparation. Are you a scouting report guy? Are you a film guy? Both. What do you do to prepare for the game mentally?
So mostly, if it comes down to a game day, I'm watching film from the last game, see what I can do to improve better. And also, when it comes to game time, before game time, I got my headphones in, listening to some music. Normally not talking, pretty much by myself, just trying to get my mind right for the game.
Have you built a rapport with your coaches, specifically your quarterback coach, your offensive coordinator? Do you have the ability or the power to call your own audibles, or is that something you're not allowed to do?
So in our offense, it's pretty much like a read offense. You make the decision on where your best leverage is. So I wouldn't say I have the ability to make an audible, but if the play is there, I can take it. Like, for instance, like if we have like a running play and there's an option to throw like a little outside route where our receiver is not covered, I have the ability to throw that. And I wouldn't consider that an audible, but that's just like how our offense runs pretty much.
Talk to me a little bit about, are you a whiteboard guy? Can you get up on the board and show coaches, hey, when they're in cover 4 quarters, this is something that's going to work for us? Are you that guy?
Yes. My QB coach, Coach T, he's been really preaching that to me, especially over this little quarantine in our QB meetings every day. He has me draw up the plays, where to go if they're in this coverage and that coverage. So, yes, I have the ability to do that, but I'm also still working on that.
Okay. Talk to me about what differentiates you as a quarterback in this class. What do you bring that other quarterbacks don't bring in this class?
I think my ability, like I said, to be a leader, you have to know how different guys respond to different situations. Like some guys don't respond well to being yelled at to get them going. Got to talk to them normally and tell them that they'll get through this. And I think that's what some quarterbacks don't really look at. They just think all people respond the same. So that's what I pretty much bring to the table, is that I'm able to communicate to different guys in different ways that I know will get them going.
Okay. Talk to us a little bit about how your recruiting journey is going. Who are you hearing from? Who do you want to hear from? And when do you plan to make a decision?
So my recruiting process so far has obviously been exciting, nerve-wracking. But mainly the most I've been seeing interest is from Dordt College, UC Permian Basin. I was hearing from Baylor and Iowa State a little bit, and Columbia up in New York. And there's been a lot of smaller schools like Mary Hardin Baylor, Southwestern, and Georgetown. But like the main schools I want to hear from, obviously, are from Iowa State and Baylor to start hitting me up again, talking to them. And also a couple like smaller schools. Like I've started talking with Lamar and Coach Esquiera, from their quarterback coach. So I'd love to keep hearing from them. And also some of the bigger name schools like SMU, North Texas, I would love to hear from them.
Okay. Are you planning on just making your decision on signing day or earlier or what?
That I do not know yet, because I haven't really thought about that much. Currently no offers. So it'll most likely, depending on how I'm feeling with the coach, it'll probably be before signing day, not on signing day.
Okay. Your relationship with your coaches in college is very important. Talk to me about your relationship right now with your position coach, quarterback coach, your offensive coordinator, and your head coach.
So yeah, my quarterback coach, Coach Tinney, I've been talking to him pretty much since I was 8th grade, going to all the Round Rock football camps and all that. So I've had a really good connection with him. And he's also our offensive coordinator, and also other offensive coaches, Coach Quaby and Coach Carter. Now, those guys, I've also talked to them since 8th grade, come up to those camps. So they're like family to me. I talk to them pretty much every day. And also our head coach, Coach Cheatham, he's been real talkative with me, especially through 8th grade and all that. So I've had a really great connection with them. I feel like I can talk to them about anything, whether it's football related or just personally related to myself.
Okay. Do you have a trainer outside of your coaching staff at the high school that you're working with? You mentioned footwork, and you have a quarterback coach on the side, or what do you do there?
Oh, yeah. So I have a quarterback coach. His name's Sean Rutherford.
I know Sean. Good guy.
Yeah, so quarterback at Texas State. So I've been starting to work with him, and that's been really good.
Okay. What are you looking for most when you get to college, as you transition from high school to college? What are you looking for the most?
Really to get in there with a new group of guys, really much, and being able to create a new family with them, a new brotherhood, new memories, but also enjoying college. Obviously it's a new step in my life. It's a big step in my life, being away from home. So I'm really just excited to take on that new journey and grow as a person and continue my life.
Seth, we talked about your size earlier. I mean, obviously you're a good sized kid, listing 6'2", 220, but tell me about in the weight room. What are you benching? What are you squatting? How strong are you?
So my benching, I'm up in the 225 area, squatting 325, 330. Also power clean, I was up to 265. So I would consider myself a pretty strong kid, but I always know there's room to improve, and I'm not afraid, test myself in the weight room, and I'm not afraid to fail in the weight room with heavy weight on there.
Okay. Talk to me about who's going to help you make this decision on where you go to school. I mean, I'm sure it's going to be your parents, but who's going to be your small circle to help you make the right decision for you over the next 4 years?
That'll be my friends, who I've pretty much known my whole life. Got a lot of them. They've always been in my circle. And obviously I'm going to talk to my family and all that and my coaches, but I want to get my input from my friends, because they know me as well as my family do. They know what kind of person I am, where I can thrive at, succeed out of the school. So they'll definitely be helping me with that decision as well.
Okay. Let's switch gears up a little bit. What do you like to do when you're not working out or playing football? Are you a hunter? Are you a fisherman? What do you like to do in your spare time?
So, man, I also play basketball too, and I got a basketball goal in my driveway. So that me and my brother are out there pretty much every day, going one-on-one against each other, seeing who can win. And also, I'm a big video game guy. I like playing 2K, Madden, and all that. So pretty much anything outside, really, except because right now I was quarantined. So if I can get outside and be with my friends, I'd love to do that.
Okay. What about as we kill spare time, a lot of spare time here with COVID-19? Are you on Netflix a lot? What are your favorite apps that you use on your phone? Are you a TikTok guy, Instagram, what?
Recently, I did become a TikTok guy. Also, I've been on Netflix a lot, but main thing is just, being able to spend the time with my family that I know we don't get to spend on a normal day. So that's been really good for them to see them every day and talk to them every day. That's been really good.
So we're all obviously watching Netflix at home, staying inside. Tell me the best movie or documentary you've watched on Netflix recently.
So I've been watching this TV show called Supernatural, and it sounds weird, but it's great. It's got like 14 seasons on it. It's pretty much these two guys are like saving the world from like demons and angels and all that stuff. So that's been the most interesting part, just to watch that and just watch. I know it sounds weird, but I trust you. If you watch it and give it a chance, you'll like it.
Okay. Hey, let's fast forward to next season, or even now in your workouts or in pregame, you're trying to get hyped for a big game. What artists are you listening to? What kind of genres of music do you like?
So I'm a rap guy all the way on a game day. Sometimes I throw a little bit of country in there to help me calm down, but mainly it's rap, and it's usually a little bit of Drake, some Trippie Redd, little TJ's in there. So yeah, this a lot of those guys.
Okay. When we get on the other side of COVID-19 and you get back out, outside with your girl, your family, or your boys, what's your shoe game looking like? What are you rocking on your feet?
I'm a Nike guy, 100%. I wouldn't consider myself like a sneakerhead. I don't have that many pairs of shoes, but I'm rocking Nikes all day, every day.
Okay. Have you made a decision on what you're going to major in when you get to college level?
So right now, my idea is to get a major in business, something business related, and probably a minor in communications, because if I do go pro after I retire, I want to be working with ESPN and all them, like a sports broadcaster type of thing.
I like it. Okay. Tell me, who do you pattern your game off of? If somebody comes and watches you this coming fall for the first time, and they may say, hey, that quarterback from Round reminds me of, who do you pattern your game off of at the college and pro level?
So I've been thinking about this a lot, and my teammates, they pretty much compare me to Peyton Manning because of my size and my arm. I consider myself a runner, but they still laugh at me every time I run the ball. So I consider myself Peyton Manning with my leadership, being able to know my guys and stuff like that.
I can tell you're a lot faster, more mobile, and athletic than Peyton Manning. So that's a good one. The importance of football is all about overcoming adversity. Tell us a time, either personally or involving football, where you had to overcome some adversity.
So last year, my sophomore year, we had one of our coaches pass away, Coach Roberts, from a heart attack. So that was obviously a terrible tragedy in our life, not only my life, in the Round Rock community, because we all knew him personally. He always have a smile on his face every day, and he is really the one who introduced me to Round Rock High School football. So losing him, that was a big loss in my life and a lot of people's lives. And he always taught me to you can always impact someone's day with having a smile on your face. So that's what I take every day. I try to impact someone's day, whether it's just a tiny little bit. But yeah, overcoming that has really made me into a better person and learn to appreciate the little things in life.
Yeah, you're definitely so right. Coach Taylor had a big effect on all the Round Rock community here. Great guy, and that was sad news, but I'm glad to hear you using that as a motivation as you go forward in your development. Tell me about, this is a simple question that most college coaches ask, but why do you love football?
Really the challenge of it, the adversity you go through, because I guess football has not only made me into the athlete I am, but the person I am with the challenges it's brought me, because it's physical too, but the main thing about football, it's all up in your head. It's mentally. It's like being able to overcome tough challenges in a game, like 4th and 1, game on the line, need a touchdown to win, things like that, where I enjoy the thrill of, especially being a quarterback, all eyes are on you. You have to make plays happen. So it's the thrill and the excitement I get from football. That's really the main thing that I love about it.
One of my favorite sayings, Coach Matt Brown's a good friend of mine. One of his sayings was, freshmen want to play and upperclassmen want to win. Tell me about your mentality as you're a freshman next year at some college and how you plan to help contribute and win on the field.
So freshman year of college, I'm looking to pretty much just, get in with the guys, build a relationship with them. Because even if I don't play, I got to know who the guys on the team. I got to know my offensive line, because, they're the workhorses up there. They make plays happen too. So pretty much I'll do whatever I can, whether it's helping the starter warm up, watch film with the coach day after practice, help them clean up, anything I can do to help my team be successful, I'll be down to do.
Okay. Leadership is obviously very important, and obviously in the quarterback position, it's kind of an assumed role. Talk to me about how going into your senior year, you've shown leadership and how you're helping out some of the underclassmen.
So yeah, so like I said, from my sophomore year to now, I've grown so much as a leader because everyone looks at the quarterback to see what we're gonna do when something bad happens. And I never show any like doubt or worriness on my face. I'm always a cool, calm, collected guy. Like I said earlier, I know how to talk to different guys on my team because I know how to communicate with them because all guys respond to different things. So with the young guys, I've been texting them every day in our group chat, letting them know if you ever want to throw, I'm always here to help y'all. You need help with the playbook or anything like that, just shoot me a text or even call me or, get on Zoom with me. I'll be able to help you out with that.
One of the things I love about your game, Seth, when I watch you the last couple of years is as a quarterback, you don't get too high, you don't get too low. I mean, you're excitable, you celebrate, you make big plays, but you don't get too low if you throw a pick. Talk to us about how you manage the highs and lows of being a quarterback.
So, yeah, being a quarterback, like I said, everyone looks at you because when you throw a pick, all eyes are on you. And that's my quarterback coach, Coach Tinney. He's always been saying, if you make a mistake, own up to it because that's what a man would do. So that's what I've been going through my high school experience is that, when something bad happens, take ownership of it, move on and learn from it and just don't make the same mistake twice. So yeah, that's what, and the highs, I love making big plays to get me excited, but I know there's still so much work to do in a game. So, enjoy the moment real quick, but just like that, I'm ready back and locked in for the next play and next drive.
Okay. You've played with a lot of great players here at Round Rock. Got Colin Sutherland, who's obviously heading to Purdue. You got Trey King. Take this time to help shout out some of the players you played with and played against that college coaches should be looking at.
Yeah, obviously, Jordan Smart, he's a big guy. He's going to UT Permian Basin. Great kid, really funny guy. Crazy amounts of athleticism and quickness. He'll definitely be tearing it up there in college level, but also shout out to my guy, RG Martinez at Westwood. He's starting to get looks now and offer some colleges, so that's really good for him. And I always love competing against him. Great guy, great personality, great quarterback. Also, this year I'm looking forward to going up against Landon Watson up at Hutto because he's in our district now. He's on the schedule, so that'll be a fun challenge for sure.
Okay. Tell me a little bit about what your team goals are going into this. You just mentioned that Hutto just joined the district, one of the tougher districts in Texas, 13-6A. What are the team goals you guys have in place for this coming fall?
First and foremost, get a district championship. That's always our goal for the year. And also just the seniors on the team be able to enjoy our senior year because it's our last time playing high school football. That's also probably the last time most of the guys ever play a down of football organized. And also, get that district championship, enjoy senior, and hopefully make a run at state championship ultimately.
What about your personal goals? You talked about 500 yards rushing last year, I think 27 touchdowns. What are your personal goals you have set for yourself to push you this year?
Ultimately be a great leader, like I said, enjoy my senior year. And also first team all district quarterback, all state quarterback, and main goal I've been working on is trying to get that academic all district quarterback.
Okay. Tell me about some people. Who are the most influential people in your life right now?
That'd be hands down, my mom and my dad, especially right now, because they tell me, every day to go, get up and go work out, seize the day, because you don't know how many of these you're going to get. And ever since I was a young age when I started playing sports, they always told me, choose your own path. What sports you want to go to, we'll support you no matter what. They've driven me to every tournament, every practice. I'll be on a plane to different states to go watch me play basketball. And they really made me into the man I am today, so I just can't thank them enough for that.
What about some non-family influential people? Who outside of your family has been a big influence on you?
So real guy I've always looked up to would be LeBron James, probably one of the greatest basketball players of all time. In my opinion, greatest basketball player of all time, but we won't get into that. So, yeah, from where he came, not having a single mother, had him at a young age, growing up in Akron, Ohio, and where he is to now, and how humble he is and how much of a family guy he is. That's really what I try to be as a person in the future as a father, hopefully, is to be that humble guy and not take anything for granted and be a great father to my future kids.
I like it. Tell me about your community efforts. What do you do in your spare time to give back to the community? Are you involved in church? Are you involved with Boys and Girls Club? What do you do to help get back?
Also, at our community, we have this. It's a group called Young Men's Service League. So it's a group of kids and their moms. We pretty much go out and volunteer, like the Texan Children's Home. Every Thanksgiving we are under I-35 serving Thanksgiving meals to the homeless that live under the bridge there. So that's been really good, helping my community and putting a smile on people's faces.
Tell me about, so obviously a college coach wants to know how you best learn. You know, there are three different types of learning styles. There's verbal, there's visual, and then there's physical. How do you best learn as a student and as a football player?
For me, it's both visual and physical because I like seeing what I'm supposed to do. I like getting the hang of it and things like that. And that's really what football is. My coach, Coach Tenney, always been. I have so many questions I ask him because I want to learn and be the best player I can be. So in the classroom, I'm always asking questions, and they can go over a question or stuff like that to see what my teacher's doing. Hopefully, I can repeat that and be able to do the same thing as her. So yeah, physically and verbally, and visually are the main ways I learn.
Let's keep it real here. One of the things that a lot of coaches want to know, I mean, obviously you're a great quarterback, but it's a strange question, but I'll ask it. Are you a quarterback or are you a football player? Are you open to moving to another position at the college level?
Yes, I would be. With my size, 6'2", 220, I would, playing wide receiver, maybe even tight end, possibly. I'm a football guy. I like learning new plays, things like that. So anywhere a team needs me, I'd be happy to help them out.
Okay. As we finish up here, tell me, it's a simple question, but why do you think your game translates to the college level?
Being 6'2", 220, a lot of tall, athletic guys at the quarterback position. Got to be able to make the strong throw and tight throws, especially. That's what comes being a strong arm, and I think I've shown my ability to do that. And also, the running quarterbacks really come into play now, like with Lamar Jackson up in the NFL. I can do that from time to time. So pretty much, I feel like I consider myself an ideal quarterback to play at the next level with my size, my athletic ability.
Okay. Let's fast forward 5 years. We just got done watching the NFL draft last week. You're there in New York. Who's at the table waiting for your name to be called?
Foremost, my family, my mom, dad, my brother, hopefully, girlfriend. If I don't have one, I'd be okay. my, yeah, pretty much close to my family's always been there for me through all the tough times, even through the good times. Will be at that table with me.
Okay. Let's finish up with this. I mentioned to you earlier, in business, there's a term called the elevator pitch. There's some college coaches going to watch this interview. Take 30 seconds to tell them what Seth Ford is going to bring to their program and who you are as a person.
Yeah, if I come to your program, you're going to get, not only like an athlete who can get the job done, but also a fun guy who likes to hang out with a lot of people, likes to be outside, and likes to have a good time. But also, when it comes down to work, I'm ready to work. And also, you're going to get a leader who knows how to communicate to his players and will not afraid to fail and ask questions, and also own up to things when he's wrong.
Right. Seth, I am looking forward to watching you play this fall. Continue to be safe. Continue to work hard. If you ever need anything from me, you need to reach out to me. I'm right down the street here. And you have a great rest of your day.
Yes, sir. Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Thanks, Seth. See ya.
Later.